Hi everybody, and welcome to today's video. For today's video, I am going to be reading my book Pure, which is a collection of poetry that I wrote about 3 or 4 years ago. I have been married twice and been through 2 divorces, and I wrote a lot of poetry after when I was going through my second divorce, because I found it really therapeutic and really helpful, and it was a way for me to get all my feelings out and process them. This is one of my lighter poetry books. Some of my poetry is a bit dark. I mean, some people who don't really read poetry sort of say that. People who aren't creative say that, oh, it's a bit dark, but I think if you're a creative person, you don't really take it that way. So this is one of my lighter books. This was me trying to write something happy, because everyone else told me to cheer up, which is all right for other people to say who haven't been through 2 divorces. But yeah, so this book is me trying to write something a little bit more happy, a little bit more cheerful, and trying to just focus on the, nice things in life, small things in life, like a hot drink at the cafe or just chilling out, things like that. But anyway, I'm going to get into reading my book. And I am feeling a bit better after my tooth extraction. I feel like I don't look the best, so I thought I'm going to make some audio videos and just do some reading so I can keep hibernating. So I do like to put photographs in my poetry books because I'm a creative person. I love taking photos, and I feel like the photos I took at the time went well with my poems. So yeah, okay, I'm going to start reading. Thank you, babe. Ben's just made me coffee. I'd be lost without this man. I couldn't even work out how to record this without his help, so thank you, honey. Sorry, none of my books or anything have been up here previously because I'm really tech. What's the word? I don't know. I'm not tech savvy, put it that way. Okay, so The Lock. Once there was a lock upon a lover's heart. I tried so very hard, but could not tear apart the lock. I had the wrong key. I blamed myself and loathed that I could not set us free. That's a purity ring that I bought. Like, who was I kidding? But whatever, I tried. Pure. I long for a love that would see me, fill my heart and its desires in all its purity, rejoicing like a choir. Love in all its innocence, a youthful allure, a love that loves me for my heart, pure. That's when I was skinny. Flowers in my hair. I wear my floral crown with pride. It's a symbol of the life I do not hide. I feel like a hippie from another life. Floral crowns make me feel as though I hope is blooming eternal. No one feels the pain I struggle with internal. I can fight a war of epic proportions when I adorn the flowers in my hair. I take a deep breath, and for life I prepare. Just gonna have a sip of coffee. That's my daughter. Isn't she gorgeous when she was first born? Excuse me. Sorry if you can hear me sipping my coffee. So this I wrote about all of my children. I wrote about my daughter, but it's about all of my children. It's about being a mum. Your giggle. I love the sound of your laugh as I tickle your toes. It travels from your belly right up to your nose. You smile at me, a smile so pure, so sweet and trusting. I know that you mean everything to me. You wrap your small arms around me and tell me you're the best. My heart swells with love and pride, and I can't hold on to regret. I can't imagine a life without you by my side. So yes, I've had 2 divorces, but I have my beautiful children, and I wouldn't want it any other way. That was a Huda makeup kit. Oh, that's such good makeup anyway. I don't know why I put that in there. Deep. I think about one of my lines is about hiding behind makeup and stuff, which is something I used to do. Like, I mean, I haven't hardly worn makeup for the last 4 years because I've barely left the house, but I do love my makeup. Deep. Deep down in my being, I learnt to live side by side with grief. It made its home, and I wasn't alone, but now it slowly seeps out. I looked into 1,000 mirrors and read 1,000,000 books. I looked inside myself in every single crook. I found so many dark patches where my heart had sprung a leak, but I patched them up with love, much to my relief. That's just a nice tree that I found when I was driving around. Goodbye, my grief. Goodbye, my grief, alas you're gone, I'll miss you in the moments of pain, but now I can feel free, at last, my brain can feel sane. Goodbye, my grief, you were the pillow that comforted me in my moments of malaise, but journey forth I must to be free of darker days. You held me captive for far too long, and I almost began to like you. When I started to run away, I felt like I'd betrayed you. Goodbye, my grief, and thank you for shaping me into who I am. I'm a strong, courageous soul, forever a changed woman. Oh, look, there you go. There's some feet pics. Suburban Gothic. All the pastel houses lined up in a row, all the perfect wives with aprons that never crinkle, all are drinking their vodka by 11 a.m., but it all figures. All the perfect husbands home by 5 p.m., sometimes late home from the office, and then the wife just pops a pill of Valium. He couldn't possibly be cheating, but the poison seeps in. Into the lollipop-coloured candy lanes of perfect suburbia, through darkness that forecasts misery and disdain, over perfect houses under a perfect sky, every day we wake up and live a lie. Cleanse me. Wash me clean and cleanse me, my spirit fresh anew. I was once bathed in the darkened spirit of you. Your energy so negative, heavy, I felt dragged down. I wondered how you could exist in such a state. But radiance I have found. Back to the days when wonder lived in every corner, magic under every stone, and life, I adored it. Back to times when a smile, a laugh, are life's greatest joys. I am free of this cloud of malaise and all the deafening noise. Excuse me, I just need some more coffee. Sorry if you can hear me swallowing my coffee. Plucked. This is not an audio book, this is a YouTube video, so plucked. The flower of the morning dances in the breeze, a fragile being, vulnerable to the world, it carries its lot with ease. Not a hardy warrior, nor a strong oak rooted in the ground, instead a delicate soul with shallow roots, braving the unevenness and tumult that surrounds. Bees dance above its petals, ready to drain it of its nectar. Small children pluck it from its stem, the once strong protector. Now it sits in a vase in dirty, unfiltered water, drying up on the kitchen bench, nature's innocence free for the slaughter. Obviously, that poem is about picking a flower and letting it die on the kitchen bench. So I went through a phase where I was like always wanting fresh flowers in my house, and I'm like, it's kind of really sad because, you know, the flowers are better off staying in the garden because they live longer and they last, but I don't know, whatever. Is it morally right to pick flowers out of the garden? I don't know, there's something to think about. And I went through a phase where I would go to cemeteries. This was in my cemetery phase. Really embarrassing, but I don't know. Like, I went through a phase where I literally would drive out to the cemetery and eat an egg sandwich every day that I got from the bakery and cry. Anyway, precious. Life is so precious, so unpredictable and special. Our days are stamped with an expiration date before we are even born. We enter this world of wonder and intrigue, steeped in mystery and morality. Would you trade your riches for immortality? I don't think so, for one day we all must leave. And there's some, like, donuts. Random. Church dinners. Come now, all you sinners, to partake in church dinners. A broken soul will be fed, literally and physically. When you're alone and there's nobody home, it's to the church dinner you'll head with a barbecue chicken from the supermarket in hand, because it's cheap and easy. I look around and see broken people before me, people I'd never have spoken to a year or two ago. But I fell from grace and found my place, and my life became a drama. I strapped on my armour, but at church I can lay down my defences. So obviously I wrote that when I used to go to church, and a whole heap of drama just went on, and I got turned off church for life basically, but that's another story. But there was a time when I would go to church dinners and hang out there because I was going through a lot, and I felt at home with other people who were also going through a lot. And I had my little friends of single mums, and we all hung out. So yeah, just having some more coffee. So these are the little, you know those lollies? When you're a kid, you get those little hearts with the sayings on them. I actually found some at a shop one time, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen them for like 10-15 years, so I took a picture of it. think it says love me and for keeps. Valentine's Day. No flowers for me today, but I gave out gifts to see a smile upon the face of my friends. It's freeing and It's freeing and it uplifts my soul to know I made another person smile is the only gift I need. So my best friend actually came down to visit me when I was going through my separation, and we were both single and both feeling sorry for ourselves, and we had no one on Valentine's Day. So we actually went down to the supermarket and bought a whole heap of chocolate, and we walked around town, handed out chocolate to people. We just went, like, I think we went to the ambulance station. We found some tradies down the street doing some construction work, and we went and gave them chocolate. And I can't remember where else we went. We just went to a bunch of places and handed out chocolates, and it made us feel good. Even though we didn't have dates, we're like, you know what, we can still spread love and happiness. And that's what I've always thought, like, on Valentine's Day, if you're alone, it doesn't have to be about a romantic love. It can just be about being kind to others and appreciating love as it is. Some pretty fireworks. I love fireworks. Fireworks. See them soar so high, to explode in streams of colour against the night sky. We stand beneath their radiance. They are flames of hope and excitement of New Year's dreams and festivals. The night sky fills with a plethora of powder. You hold my hand and we dream together. Let that be a lesson in using words you can't pronounce. It's like when I used to read Harry Potter and I thought her name was Hermione. Like, I can't say plethora. It's really hard, especially with a missing tooth. Anyway, excuse me. Back when I was a bit skinnier and used to dress in rockabilly clothes. What you see isn't always a real representation of the truth. Smoke and mirrors and perfect filters will disrupt and rebuke life's harsh realities. On the dark underbelly of a suburban dream gone wrong, not all of us play along. There are those of us who hide behind our makeup and our clothes, behind pills and alcohol, yet we stick up our nose at those who may be shoplifters or prostitutes in the street. We are all human, not easily redeemed, but redeemed only through love. We are flawed and we are imperfect, but here we are, a miracle. Excuse me. Follow me. Follow and walk where I walk along a golden narrowed path that drips with daydreams as it winds under rainbows near a fountain with a singing lark. In the world of my imagination, I'll take your hand and guide you through. Be my daydream, my lover supreme, can I convince and tempt you? Some might say I'm crazy, on an adventure to wreck and ruin, but come tiptoe through the daisy fields where clumps of love are strewn across our path. Jump over the landmines and land in my arms. So basically, that's about me just being a big dreamer, and not everybody can appreciate that. Some people don't like that, but Ben supports my dreams, so he gets to put up with my crazy, don't you, dear? You sure do, he says when he pretends he's not listening to me. Sitting over at his gaming computer. Playthings. Goodbye, childish playthings that were once shiny and new. I think that perhaps I've grown through the years, and through my now adult eyes I see that you're inanimate and dead, but once we cherished an imaginative life together, created in my head. Goodbye, childish playthings, those dolls and teddies and dreams, for now I'm responsible and downtrodden, as it may seem. But Dolly's eyes are poked in, and Teddy is ripping out the seams. The years have been cruel to my childhood home. There's a broken cement path with a smashed garden gnome. But those golden years of mirth will linger in the nether regions of grey matter, and when I'm old and mad as a hatter, they will keep me company. That was Sparklers. I love how the photo looks, when I took the photo, how these lines have come across. It's pretty cool. If you've never done it, you just get those cheap sparklers from the supermarket and take photos and get some pretty cool effects. Sorry to put up with my throat today. Inner spark, where are you? Did you grow cold and die? Inner spark, where are you? I'm sorry I extinguished the fire, but I'm slowly relighting my pilot light. It's begun to flicker. Never in my life did I lose all hope. I saw there was a glimmer. Inner spark, I've missed you. You are my soul and my spirit. Your flame I'll let you relight, and I won't fight the past dissolving. Like a grainy film from a once forgotten dream, the darkness of my youth is now clean. That's just a road. I think there's a lizard. You can see that, there's a little lizard. I stopped to take a photo of him, but you can't really see it in black and white. I used to go driving all the time just to calm the kids down when they're having meltdowns. If you're an autism parent, you know. And also I used to just drive around a lot, just like to calm myself as well, and just play music, and just something very calming about driving. Petrol's too expensive now to go driving all the time. Open road. Once I saw a road with only a dead end in sight, but I kept searching. Was I sure my map was right? But now it seems I have an endless now it seems I have endless possibilities. The open road, it calls me. It laughs and it surely does tease. But where will I go next? What path will I take? I don't know, but as I grow, a life I will surely make. Moments. A moment in the sun, coffee or chai latte in hand, sitting in the back of my favorite cafe. I close my eyes. I am alone. I pick up a magazine and flick through the pictures. My head swims too much to bother reading it, but here I can relax, if only for a moment. It's been a rough year. I close my eyes and pray for better days and better years. I enjoy a sour cream and apple slice, knowing I've packed on the weight. But this is my moment, a moment to breathe. Vivid horizons. Vivid dreams invade my nights of better days and pretty lights. Fireflies dance before my eyes, and they hum vivaciously. The horizon, once so dull, now a large void only reflecting hell. And I wondered, was my future so bleak? But hope has erupted and my spirit has triumphed over dead and corrupted thoughts from the past. My horizon now shimmers like El Dorado, golden and intense. I'll run to it until my legs ache. Dear lover, take my hand, dear lover, and hold me under 1,000 stars. Never will there again be a love just like ours. You are my home now. No map is needed to guide me to you. You're the beginning and the end, life refreshed, renewed. Take my hand, dear lover, and caress my neck in the wind. Whenever we are failing, thinking it will all end, we will triumph and begin again. Take my hand, dear lover, and kiss my neck softly in the dark. We are but two flames who can't be tamed. Forever we will shine as a wild and perpetual spark. So yeah, I wrote that before I met Ben, obviously. I wrote that just to my future lover, dreaming of someone who will just love me, and it'll just flow, it'll just work. And yeah, so I tried to finish the book on a happy note of hopefulness. So I think that's the last poem. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you liked my book, and I've got lots more poetry. I've got about 150 poems, I think, off the top of my head, and I'm just going to be doing some reading, and I might eventually read some stories on here. Yeah, thanks for watching, and please let me know what you thought of my poetry, and I'll see you in the next video.